CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. We are following a developing story out of Miami-Dade. A man taken into custody. He led police on a dangerous chase across South Florida. Chopper 4 captured that wild ride. The driver at times reached speeds up to 60 miles an hour on the highway. He was weaving in and out of peak afternoon traffic. At one point, he was even driving against traffic on the highway. The driver eventually surrendered. No one was hurt. Now to another developing story, this one out of Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade County Youth Fair ride malfunctioned with several riders on board. It happened Sunday on the 1001 Notches ride. The ride operator quickly put an emergency stop on the ride after noticing a malfunction. The fair says everyone was able to get off safely. Here's a picture of the ride on the fair's website. The ride will go through some repairs and inspections before it's back in service. New developments on this story tonight at 5. Now to the latest on the crisis in Haiti. People looking to escape the crisis now have a new option to get to South Florida. The first flight from Cap Haitian on Sunrise Airways just arrived at Miami International Airport earlier today. The Haitian-based airline will be transporting U.S. green card holders, Haitian nationals, and others with proper documents out of Haiti. Options have been limited after U.S.-based carriers canceled flights to Haiti because of the unrest. Flights have been filling up fast. The next available flight is on April 5th. Prices start at more than $900. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill. It will ban social media accounts for children under 14. It also requires parental permission for 15 and 16-year-olds. It's supposed to go into effect on January 1st, but the bill is expected to be challenged in courts. While critics say the new bill violates free speech rights, the governor says the ban would be geared towards what he calls, quote, addictive nature of apps.
The way this bill is structured, it is not engaging in any regulation of speech. It is basically identifying functionality, that is causing harms, the addictive features.
Several states have considered similar legislation. In Arkansas, a federal judge blocked enforcement of a law in August. It required parental consent for minors to create new social media accounts. In less than a month, Donald Trump could become the first former U.S. president to face criminal charges in front of a jury. CBS News Miami's Nicole Skenga has more details from Washington, D.C.
A lot of things happened today. This is all about election interference.
Former President Trump addressed the media after spending the morning inside a Manhattan courtroom. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to cover up payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who claimed she had an affair with Trump. Trump's lawyers were seeking to delay the trial, but Judge Juan Merchan ruled jury selection will begin April 15th.
I don't know how you can have a trial that's going on right in the middle of an election. Not fair.
Trump did win a break in a separate case. An appeals panel ruled the nearly $500 million bond that was due Monday can be reduced to $175 million, and he'll have 10 extra days to pay it.
The appellate division was fair. It's a lot of money still.
The presumptive GOP nominee has already issued a fundraising appeal celebrating the reduced bond judgment, but he also claimed to supporters that they still want to arrest, fine, and stop him from running for president.
If he's convicted, I will still vote for him.
CBS News spoke with Wisconsin voters as early voting is underway in that state's primary. Many are looking at the likely November rematch between Trump and President Biden and don't like their choices.
If it's just between them two, I would pick Trump. But yeah, no, absolutely, I'm concerned about it. I wish there was somebody else on the ballot.
Trump's April 15th trial date comes 1 week ahead of Pennsylvania's primary, which will be a battleground state this fall. Nicole Skenga, CBS News, Washington.
Trial dates are still pending in 3 other criminal cases, including one in the state of Georgia and 2 other federal cases.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look at Wynwood Walls, spring breakers are out and about enjoying the day. A big departure from what we saw during Friday's washout. Next, weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler tracking the week ahead. A lot of people here enjoying the week off. So, Cindy, how does it look?
Looks pretty good. For the next 3 days, I think we'll have dry weather overall. Now, for the rest of this afternoon, we could have a little shower, a little sprinkle. That's about it. There are a few clouds out there, but high pressure is in control at this point. Dry and breezy. We're going to take that at least through Wednesday. Then things begin to change on Thursday. Warming trend as well. We're going back into the lower 80s, even mid 80s by the time we get to the middle of the week. And we're tracking the next cold front. It'll be a weak front. That one will come in on Thursday. That will bring us a chance for showers and maybe an isolated storm. But today, we've got that onshore flow, easterly winds, and they have been gusty again today. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour. So little spotty showers. There is some moisture in place at the surface. Not a lot, but don't be surprised if you see a sprinkle here and there. It is a possibility. Right now, winds at 20 miles per hour. Highest gust at this point up to 29 miles per hour. But that breezy stuff, that's going to continue at least into this evening and then back off. Wednesday, again, about 10 to 15, maybe some gusts up to 20. But boy, look what happens this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Behind that cold front, as winds turn to the north again, we're going to see windy conditions with gusts 25, maybe up to 30 miles per hour. So because of the breeziness, high rip current risk through Wednesday evening, right along the coastal areas, Hallandale Beach, all the beaches, Haulover Beach is included, Miami Beach, Key Biscayne. We're going to take that all the way down to Ocean Reefs with all those breezy conditions, and a small craft advisory through 8 p.m. tomorrow that it does include the Keys. We'll take it all the way up. Key Biscayne is not included in that, but that is a small craft advisory, something to be aware of if you're going to be doing any boating. So high pressure is slowly making its way off to the east, mild and mainly dry conditions. That's just gorgeous conditions. And then as the high weakens and moves east, it's going to allow the next front to come in. This one will weaken as it moves south-southeast again, so we'll have a few showers with this, maybe an isolated storm. Not going to be a big deal. That area of low pressure was going to take most of the energy off to the north and east along the Carolina coast, followed by another ridge of high pressure. So you know what that means, dry conditions heading into Easter weekend, and that's perfect timing for it. Temperatures up, 82 tomorrow, 83 Wednesday. Thursday ought to be our warmest day, and then we'll drop back again into the 70s behind that frontal system as winds turn to a northerly direction. So here is your forecast. Looking at nice conditions Tuesday, Wednesday, partly cloudy skies. Thursday, a chance for showers, maybe an isolated storm afternoon into the evening, then cooler and drier behind that front. Beautiful for a holiday weekend.
Glad to hear it. Thank you, Cindy. When we come back, who could use a few $100 million in their bank account? We'll tell you how to win big next. Now to the Israel-Hamas war. The two sides could soon swap hostages and prisoners. Israel is waiting for Hamas to respond. It's after agreeing to a U.S. prisoner exchange. It includes 40 Israeli hostages and around 700 Palestinian prisoners. Among them are 100 Palestinians serving life sentences for killing Israeli nationals. The CNN analyst who helped break the news predicts some Americans could go free in the exchange. In Russia, 4 men accused in Friday's deadly terror attack in Moscow were taken to court over the weekend. Russia says 3 of them admitted their guilt. ISIS also released video they claim shows the start of the assault. It killed more than 130 people. Although ISIS has claimed a responsibility, Putin pointed a finger at Ukraine. However, Ukraine leaders have already denied any connection to the incident. Friday's attack is the deadliest on Russian soil in almost 2 decades. The CEO of Boeing is stepping down at the end of the year. Dave Calhoun was brought on as Boeing CEO in 2020. That was after 2 737 MAX jets crashed. 346 people were killed. Now he says he'll leave by the end of the year. It is following January's 737 door panel blowout during an Alaska Airlines flight.
Let's not avoid what happened with Alaska Air. Let's not avoid the call for action. Let's not avoid the changes that we have to make in our factory. Let's not avoid the need to slow down a bit and let the supply chain catch up. Calhoun is one of 3 top executives departing the company.
Happening tonight, South Florida is feeling lottery fever. 2 jackpots are up for grabs this week. Your first chance is with tonight's Powerball. It's at an estimated $800 million. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner is in Miami, and she got a chance to ask some people what they would do with all that cash.
It is just such a fun question to ask people. What would you do with $1 billion? The Mega Millions has now hit over $1 billion for the 6th time in history.
What would you do if you won $1 billion?
Clear out all of my debt. I'd also probably get a house, big house for my family. I'm a father of 5, so, I get a big house for my family, a big house for, my wife.
I would definitely help my family.
Everyone I spoke to said their first priority is family.
I'm going to take care of my family, give God the glory, and just be a blessing to people.
As of Monday morning, Mega Millions reached $1.1 billion. Powerball at $800 million.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
I would like to buy a lottery ticket, or 2.
Yes. And because just thinking about what I would do with $1 billion was satisfying, I had to at least try.
Born on the 8th. I'm getting married on the 3rd.
My odds are now 1 in 300 million, but better than 0? Everyone said after taking care of the necessities, they would travel.
Nothing you can buy, as nothing more than, travel will be the best experience.
Travel.
Where would you go?
Everywhere.
Would you keep working if you won?
I definitely probably feel like I have to keep working, just because, money don't last forever, but, and being just a short period of time in this world, like, you got to do the most that you can.
If I do win this Powerball or Mega Millions, I will not shout it from the rooftop, but guys, there will be signs. I will have 10 dogs for one. So that next drawing is tonight, Monday night. For the latest numbers, we will have all of it on CBS Miami during our 11 p.m. newscasts. In Miami, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Good luck if you're playing. That's your Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Have a great day.